Hello, welcome to Not So Awesome Review. Today we're looking at the Marvel Legends 80 Years Colossus Juggernaut 2-pack. And I am really excited to have this because it's a Jim Lee Colossus. I'm okay with the Juggernaut just because I already have the Build-A-Figure. But for anybody who didn't get the Build-A-Figure, it is really cool. And it actually does come with some accessories, which is a good bonus. So I'm not going to complain about that. Yeah, I already have one. But again, it's Colossus. I'm happy that we have a new Colossus. We did have that one from a few years ago, which was the more modern look, and I think he had like a goatee or something going on. I don't know, I'm not really a big fan of that version. Never picked it up. So glad I waited because this one it's the one I wanted. It gets us one step closer to completing Gold Team. With Storm coming out soon, I know not a lot of people, but a good amount of people have already started finding Storm out there from the Vintage Wave. Once she's out, all we'll be missing is a Jim Lee Jean Grey, and we will have all of Gold Team. We will already have all of Blue Team, and I'm just excited to have all of these legends, all of these X-Men legends out, and it's good times. It's good times for all. But anyways, let's take a look at starting with Colossus, and then we'll move on and do our thing here. So Colossus here stands just under 8 inches tall, which is a good size for him. He's definitely bigger than your average Marvel legend, just a little bit shorter than Juggernaut, and we'll get into size comparisons with everybody at the end of the video. But for now, let's talk about paint apps because they did an amazing job. The silver on him, the metallic silver, looks very, very good. It's really nice, it's really shiny, it's really smooth, which is a good thing because I've seen figures that do the whole metallic thing and then they usually have like some bubbling or something going on with them. Not so much with this guy. Everything looks to be pretty much in order, and it's a good look. I like it. They did a really good job even with his I don't even know what you want to call this costume thing he's wearing. Like shorts with a weird shirt that has no sleeves or no, I don't know, but yeah, it's a nice red. It's a matted, the yellow on it is matted, painted on, I believe. Yeah, the silver is painted on. I think it's molded in the red, and the yellow is painted on, if I'm looking at it correctly, because you can see some of the red kind of bleeding through. See a little bit where the silver didn't get through if you look under the arm right there. Don't know if you can see that on camera, but yeah, there's definitely a few places where silver didn't go all the way through where it should have, but it's fine. It's not super noticeable unless you're looking at it, and I'm looking at it under like a bunch of lights, so not gonna really knock it for that because the silver, again, it looks amazing. It's really nice. It's really shiny. The pegs, not so much. They're more just, you know, flat colored, but again, not gonna really complain. The head sculpt came out amazing. It looks really good. The hair, again, it's a nice flat black, which I think really helps. The shininess of the silver, the flat black of the hair, and the costume he's wearing comes out really good. I will say though, the short area around the top of the legs does look a little bit more glossy than the yellow and the red on his shirt right there. These pieces on his arm and the belt are all rubber. You can spin them around like so, and you can move the belts up and down a little bit. Mine does have a little bit of gold right there where it shouldn't, but it's okay. It's not too big of a deal. Again, the gold on it actually, again, it's good. It's a nice gold. It's not that mustardy gold that we got with like the Bandai Power Ranger line or anything like that. This is a nice gold. I like it. Again, not the best perfect thing, you know, just a few little nitpicks with the paint, but that's going to happen with every Marvel legend. The main thing I saw with Colossus while going through the packages was the paint on the little, I don't know what the boots, the upper boots, mainly on the left one, right one, my left, his right. It was just like kind of some black and yellow bleeding around. Didn't look perfect, but again, that's going to vary. Always look through the figures, you know, but yeah, it came out pretty good. Again, flat colors, flat black, flat yellow, flat red. I can't speak. It makes it look good, which is funny because I was talking about how like flat colors on the Marvel Legends, like the Scarlet Witch that we just got with the 3-pack, that makes it look more real. It makes it look so much better when they do that, especially with the faces and stuff. And that's what they did with her face, and it looks good. And right here, although obviously, you know, the metal and all that is shiny, it's like a nice metallic silver. That flat colored hair and the suit, it makes it look really good. I don't know, flat colors always make figures, I think, look more premium to me for some reason. Again, I wish that like the upper part of his shorts from the legs were flat, but they're not. They're definitely a little bit more glossy than the rest of him, but it's fine. It's not too big of a deal. It's Colossus. It's Jim Lee Colossus. I'm happy with it. Anyways, articulation-wise, you can look up a very good amount. You can see that right there. You can see a lot of his head if you kind of have him just standing there. It's not going to look great, but if you have him kind of going like that, it looks good. You can see a little bit of paint kind of splotching right there at the chin, but you have his head down. It's not going to really matter, which his head was just about to pop off, funny enough. You can look down. Very good. And he is on, I don't know, he's got one of those, like, it's like a loose head. Like, you can kind of push it back, kind of push it forward just a little bit. Not too much. But you can kind of see right there with that peg, it kind of get that little movement right there, because you get the movement with the peg, and it's good. It's good. That's what I'm getting at here. He does have pivot. I'm trying to get this in frame. Pivot right, pivot left, look right. So, head articulation, good, very good. I like it. Not gonna complain there at all. Arms, about that high. Yeah, so it's about level, which is good enough for me. All the way down, can go around. Though this does kind of get in the way, but you just saw it is rubber, so it's not too bad right there. Upper bicep twist. He does have single jointed elbows, which is fine, I guess. I mean, obviously double would have been better, but I mean, for Colossus, for his size, I guess I can let it go for the paint and everything. I do wish it went in just a little bit more, and I wish there was like a butterfly joint too. I'm not gonna lie, but for that, it's not horrible. He does have the hinge on the hand and rotation at the hand. He doesn't have, I honestly thought when they were gonna release him, he would have one of those diaphragm joints that kind of goes side to side like the Thor did. Nope, he just has the crunch, but the crunch is really good, though it looks a little bit weird in the back. It's not too big of a deal. You can crunch back that far. Again, it looks a little bit weird in the front. You can definitely see the crack right there if you angle it right, and then you have these parts that kind of look out of place. But when you're going to be posing him like that, I'm pretty sure you're not going to be showing like the flatness of it. So I'm not going to complain, again, too much on it. It is what it is. It's a lot of movement, which I think is the important part here. Can move side to side. Again, the belt does move, so it gets out of the way. Leg wise, they can go out that much. Can kick forward that much. Can't really kick back too much. I think we just lost one of my lights, but it's fine. I think everything looks still pretty good. His knee can go out or back that much, which is really good. Does have that upper thigh rotation. And his leg can't really go forward. Let's see if I can get this. There we go. Back. And it does have ankle pivot. Again, it can't really go forward because of the way the boot is. But I like the figure. I think he came out really good. Again, a few things I would have liked to seen, you know, like the double jointed elbows, or at least a little bit more range on there. The kind of like torso twistingy that some of these other figures, like the Thor from the Infinity War wave got. I think that would have been really good for him. The leg going forward, it's not that big of a deal. I don't really mind it that much, but it would have helped a little bit. He does come with an extra pair of hands. He comes with an extra pair of fists as well as these open hands. So we did get something with him, which again is good. I like it. I'm sure we're going to get like a powered down version of him at some point, but this is what I wanted. Jim Lee version of Colossus. It's great. We'll do size comparisons after we're done with Juggernaut, so let's just move on to that. So Juggernaut here stands just under 9 inches tall, and he is basically a retool of the Build-A-Figure. And I mean retool like in the slightest way. There's like very minor differences in what they've done to him, and then paint-wise it's different. But yeah, basically the main difference here, helmet, different. Face under the helmet, from what I can tell, is exactly the same. They made it so his hands can pop off because he does come with a pair of fists and a pair, well, kind of just like an open hand and a gripping hand. It's not really a pair. The other two hands don't really match up too much. They're different hands. And he does come with the alternate head, which is awesome. Unmasked head, black eye and everything. The hair on it looks amazing. And just taking a quick look at that, actually, just can bring it right here. You can see it looks really good. I actually really like it. The hair on it is painted really good. I do wish that they had matted the skin on it, but, you know, it's going to be a running theme here when I'm talking about, like, head sculpts and stuff. It's like, yeah, just, it looks good. I know it's not focusing, but there we go. There we go, kind of. Yeah, it's a good head sculpt. That's what I'm getting at. Looks really good. And we do have that broken helmet piece that you can put on top of the head sculpt if you want, which again looks really good. It's really rubbery, in case you're wondering. So don't have any real fear of breaking it too easily. Obviously be careful with it, but yeah, it just sits on there, no problem. So again, biggest difference is hands can pop off. He's not wearing the belt, and his helmet is actually different. This one's a little bit bigger, it's smoother, and he has the whited out eyes instead of the pupils like he did in the other one. But again, the teeth and everything pretty much the same, so it's like the same expression under the face, under the mask and everything, but painted slightly different. And speaking of paint apps, his red is actually, or his red, his yeah, his how do I put this? This was brown on the Build-A-Figure, this is red on him. This is a brighter red, though I will say that this red and the red on the actual body don't match. The red that's on the actual not torso. I don't know. I don't know names of places, atomical places, because that's not. I'm an English major. I don't know any of this. I'm putting it out there right now. Just I don't know the actual names. But yeah, this part here is a brighter red. This part here is not a brighter red. It's a darker red, and this looks a little, I was going to say this looks a little bit more glossy, but I think it's just that it's a brighter red. Yeah, they don't match. I don't know what happened there. I'm assuming molded red, painted red. That's what I'm going to get at. Yeah, and then the legs here, like, again, the joint part's a little bit glossy and the rest of it matted. Like, he is a nice color, more or less matted color. Looks good. Again, if you already have the other Juggernaut, you pretty much know what you're getting. And let me just bring him out here because, again, essentially the same figure. His arms can pop off as easy as his arms can pop off. His torso can pop off as easy as his torso can pop off. I want to say these pieces can come off too. His hands, though, don't really want to come off. So if you want to do some mix and matching, I'm sure you can probably find a way to get his hands off, even though they weren't really meant to come off. But yeah, you might be able to get away with something if you would rather have the brown suit version of him with the interchangeable parts. I don't know. You can definitely put the belt on him if you want. I took him apart earlier. It's really easy. Let me just move him out of the way here, and you can see it's just grab, twist. It's not hard at all. Again, he is basically just the Build-A-Figure, so if you already have him, you know what to expect. You can't really look up or look down, or he can look left and right and stuff and pivot side to side. Again, the helmet piece is rubbery. Let me just pop the head off and pop the alternate head on here like that, so you guys can see a better look. Again, it's these figures are so big, I have to like move my hand so far back so he gets actually in frame. But you know, with the other head, he can look up that much, can't really look down too much, but a little bit. You know, when you add the torso thing, it's fine. Look left and right, but it does kind of do that like upper thing and not really too much of a pivot or anything, but it's fine. And again, like I said, placing the helmet broken on him, not hard at all. It's just a rubber piece, just plop it on any way you want, really. It's fine. And I do like that they painted the silver on it. It makes it look so much better. It's not the best paint job on the silver, but they tried, and I appreciate that. So yeah, anyways, articulation wise, again, you pretty much know what you're getting. Arms go pretty much level. Bring it down, go around. The joints are really smooth on this one, I will say that right now. If I can hold it, you know, twist right there, single jointed elbow, it goes that, rotation, moves forward a little bit, moves back a little bit. Again, these pop off really easy. I don't know if the other ones do. I tried pulling them, didn't pop off. Pulled on these, they came off pretty simple. I don't know what the right word is there. You can't really go back too much, or he's already gone back as much as he can go forward that much. So yeah, rotation, legs go out that much, forward just a little bit, back not really. Single jointed knee that does that much. Let's see if I can get that back down. Rotation at the upper thigh, really good ankle pivots, and can go back, can go a little bit forward, not too much. Again, if you have the Build-A-Figure, you know what you're getting here. The main thing is you're getting the alternate head, the broken helmet, and the alternate hands. And is it worth it? I honestly don't know. I mean, ideally, I probably wouldn't have bought this Juggernaut. I would have thought about it. I would have considered it. I wouldn't have gotten him if it wasn't for Colossus. I feel like Colossus is the main winner of this pack and the main reason people are going to buy this more than anything. But that Build-A-Figure Juggernaut did get harder to do. He did have, I think, the brown suit Wolverine in that wave, which, you know, just never dropped below retail, at least when I was looking at him, and has only gone up in price. So if you missed out on him, here's your chance to get him in this 2-pack. And yes, if you don't have him, I recommend him. If you already have him and you're on the fence because you really want that Colossus, I honestly just say get it just because of that Colossus, and you'll have another Juggernaut, which you can have all these pieces with. I like it. I think it's worth it. Anyways, let's move on to some size comparisons. So not spend too much time on Juggernaut, because again, he's been out. You guys probably already know all about it. Here he is next to the Marvel Legends 2-pack, or 3-pack Magneto. And one thing I just want to say really quick, because I just noticed it while I was kind of putting him back in order and everything. He does have like a weird glue mark coming down here on his leg. I don't know what that's about. I didn't notice it when I was looking at the packaging. What I noticed in the packaging was a lot of like marks on his chest and stuff. I went for the better Colossus over the better Juggernaut, so I'm just putting that out there, you know, when I picked them out earlier. But yeah, the little bit of issues with the paint and stuff like that, but not too big of a deal. Again, size difference right there. Moving on. Here he is compared to the Marvel Legends Wolverine. You can see Wolverine is a good bit shorter than him, as he should be. And again, not complaints, not going to show too many size things with this Colossus, because again, he's basically the Build-A-Figure. You guys know what's up if you've seen videos on him. So yeah, let's move on to Colossus now, because again, he's kind of the star of the show in this 2-pack, if you ask me. So here's Colossus next to that same Wolverine, and you can see they are a pretty good size difference. Colossus is a lot taller, and one of my goals for the slideshow at the end of the video is actually to get Colossus in a pose where he's drawing Wolverine, because I mean, come on, is like, come on, like that's the duo, that's the move. I want something. We'll see how that goes. You'll see how it goes in a second here, but yeah, I'm really excited, if you can't tell. And here he is next to the Marvel Legends Cyclops. You can see he still is a good big taller with Scott, only coming up to about his shoulder, which is good. That's the right size. You know, Colossus is supposed to be big. I wish Beast was a lot bigger. Colossus, I feel like technically, you know, if we were going to mix Beast into this, because I feel like Beast did come out just a little bit short, in my opinion. Maybe he should be a little bit taller, but that means Juggernaut probably should be a little bit taller. I'm fine with it. Again, it's not too big of a deal, but I do wish he was just a little bit bigger, just so when he stands next to Beast, Beast could be a little bit taller standing next to everybody. But that's a whole nother issue. Either way, these two look great. Moving on. And speaking of Beast, here is next to him, and you can see it's not actually that bad. Now that I've seen them standing up close to each other, it's not that bad at all. I'm okay with this. I take back what I said. Though it did look weird in some of the pictures, I still feel like Beast should be bigger sometimes. I'm liking this. I'm liking it a lot. I think it looks amazing. Moving on. And in case anyone's wondering, here he is next to his little sister. You can see she is a nice size shorter. I actually like the size difference between these two. We definitely need a more era-appropriate version of Magic here, so she can be next to her older brother. Obviously, this is more of a Marvel Now look, and that's, again, 90s Jim Lee, so it doesn't really mix and match great, but I mean, it's your action figures. You can do what you want. I don't know how long he actually wore that suit for, to be honest. I know it was a while. I know that, like, the updated version isn't even that different, though I'm pretty sure he wasn't wearing it during Marvel Now. If you're a stickler like me, who kind of just, like, I want them all to match era-wise, it's gonna bug you. Otherwise, there you go. We got both of them here, and yeah, I mean, you can always just put her with the other Colossus if you have him, but there we go. And lastly, here he is with the current gold team that we have. Yes, Storm is out in some places, and I should hopefully have her by the middle of next week, so I'm excited for that, and I'm definitely going to be replacing that Iceman with the Vintage Wave Iceman, especially considering he doesn't want to stand that good. Not bad mix of figures here. I'm really liking it. I'm really excited to, you know, be one step away from finishing this team. We need that Jean Grey. I'm hoping, so hoping, Comic-Con announcements, Jean Grey. Maybe that rumored 3-pack with Jean Grey, Cyclops and Logan. Maybe that'll be it. Or maybe that'll just be like White Phoenix, a different Cyclops and different Logan, different Wolverine again. I don't know. As long as I can get it at some point in the near future, I will be happy. Again, excited to see this team come along. I'm really actually excited for all of this. I mean, We had that Wolverine for a while, we had that Cyclops for a while without teammates. Rogue was around, and like all of a sudden, Psylocke shows up, and we have basically all of Blue Team done, and just out of nowhere, bam, here's Gold Team, and it's almost complete. And I think it's awesome. Colossus definitely standing taller than everybody here, and really, I'm happy with this. And can't say anything else. Just it's good times. It's good times all around. So although not absolutely perfect, both of these figures are definitely excellent. I really do like them. Again, if you did not pick up the Build-A-Figure Juggernaut, it's not even a question. Definitely pick up this set. Again, Colossus, really good figure. I do wish he had somewhat better articulation, but it's not the worst that we've gotten, and I can't really complain too much about it at all. Even those elbows a little bit more would have been great. Diaphragm joint thing, I guess that's kind of more like a bonus, but would have been great to see it on him. Either way, really good figure. Juggernaut, again, if you've gotten the Build-A-Figure, you know what you're getting, but you're getting all those extra pieces. Definitely makes it worth it, in my opinion. It's a great 2-pack. I might be a little bit biased here because this is the Jim Lee style Colossus, and I can't get over how amazing it is, and I really like it. But that's just me. And anyways, that is my review of 40 Colossus Juggernaut 2-pack. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, you know what to do, and I will see you all later. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.